Okay, so I got it hooked up. Sorry, I had to cut the video. But this is a pulse width modulated signal. It's coming through, what is that, pin 60 and going over to pin 15. So I'll show you that on the scope real quick. That way you can see what it's doing here. It might be easier for me to hook up onto one of the other circuits over here. Give me 1 second, I'll hook. Okay, so this is the signal that's coming out for that 12 volts. It's not a straight 12 volt signal that's coming out of the pin 60. It's pulse width modulated because it's controlling the solenoids. So I'm going to hook up my scan tool onto it and see if I can command the pulse width. It'll change the brightness of this light right here. I'm mimicking the solenoid with this light. So let me hook that up and I'll show you. Alright, so it detected the ECU, got it hooked up now. Just make sure you can get it down on the heat sink here. Because I got my thermal camera on it so I can watch the temperatures of it. So, okay, so let's check this thing out real quick. So let's put the light back on it. So I'm going to put, okay, there's my, I see a little ground switch in there every so often. Right now it's like pulse width and nothing, so let's turn the ignition switch off. Make sure you got 12 volt. Got connection, okay, I do. So switch on, make sure the light comes on, and we see the pulse width modulated signal. That's my CAN bus signal back there. So it detects it. Let's go ahead and open it up. It's a Dodge. Just gonna watch my temperatures here, make sure nothing gets too warm. Okay. Of course, it's going to see a lot of codes for the ECU because I don't have anything hooked up to it. Alright, let's do some active tests. And let's go to see if it has it here. Swirl valve, cooler bypass radiator, active fuel lift pump, SRC, the actuator test. Let's see what that does. It's going to see if I can find the signal here. Give me 1 second, let me hunt it down. Okay, I found it. It's under metering unit. And I don't need to look at anything here. So under metering unit, you could see I got it currently, that's 5% metering, 23%, 41%, 59%, and here's 95%. So that's what controls the fueling, and you can see like the pulse width modulated signal here, which currently is reversed. Let me turn these leads the right. Well, looks like it was the right way. So pulse width modulated signal here. You can see if I change it to 5%, the pulse width modulated signal basically makes the light go out. So it is a pulse width modulated signal that opens that and closes that solenoid. So you do 95% and it's all the way on. So, but let me disconnect it. Okay, so it goes up to 12. Let me put it back on there now. And now I see a pulse, but it ain't turning nothing on. Let's see if it'll let me command it with the scan tool and hit 5%. Nope, still doesn't do it. Let's see if I do 95%. Nope, so you got to turn the ignition switch off, back on again, until you see the signal, and then I can command. Let's see if it'll command it again. Yep, there it goes. Yep. So that's working. Let me turn this way. So 5%, 95%, there's 59, 23, 95. So it works. So it's under metering unit when you go to the active test in the ECU.